GMMK or Glorious Mechanical Modular Keyboard. Such a long name, but the keyword here is modular because this keyboard is hot swappable, meaning you can change the switch to whatever you're liking. The GMMK has a great quality. The casing is made from aluminum for the top and plastic for the bottom part. The White Ice edition that I have now has USB-C port and capable up to 1000 Hz polling rate. To open this keyboard is very easy. The screws are located on each sides around the keyboard, and after you unscrew all, you will be greeted with this top mount style keyboard, and with this mounting style will have more consistent feel and sound. Glorious also nice enough to include this thin foam as dampener for the case. Just a disclaimer here, I added more tool liners below this foam because it is too thin. Now the most important part for me, there is no in-your-face printing at all in this keyboard except for the included extra keys which you can decide to put on or not to put on, and a clever keycap puller storage under the keyboard. Now it will start going downhill from here. The biggest con from this keyboard is the software. I give a plus point for the LED visualization in the software, but it is so hard to use. Do you see the LED light editing mode and it has enable and disable? Well, it doesn't mean that you want to enable or disable the LED, but enable or disable the editing mode. If you disable it, you can only assign macros to it. And other than some preset mode that has been set by Glorious, you can also set your custom LED and save it into 3 profiles that you can see on the top right corner there. And here are some preset LED that Glorious has made for us. It seems as if Glorious made this software only for LED visualizations, but other than that, you can also adjust the polling rate and also saving profiles, including your macros in here. In terms of software, Glorious completely loose with N Pro 2 that I just reviewed last time. The download page that they have, even more confusing. For those of you who bought this keyboard recently, just use the 2018. The second cons for me is the included keycap. It is OEM profile but still using ABS plastic despite of their premium keyboard advertising. I will give them credit to their ABS because it is a textured ABS that feels almost similar to BBD keycaps. The FN shortcut is more confusing. They do provide a guide on how to use the FN key in the user manual paper, but there's no way I will memorize it. They could just print it on their keycap instead. And what's worse, we cannot remap the function key in the software. And what Glorious did is very confusing. I bought the Tenkeyless keyboard. The user guide said it's Tenkeyless, but the keyboard layout here is a full-size keyboard. Come on, Glorious, fix it. And the FN key, you can press twice and thrice, and it will result you in different effects. Because there's no dampener between the aluminum top and the PCB, it makes a little bit of noise when you type. And in a world where many switch using 5-pin, Glorious only accepts 3 pins. That means if you plan to use your 5-pin switch, you have to clip it, and once you do this, there's no turning back. You might lose the added stability on your switch as well. They only ship this keyboard with blue, brown and red switches from either Gateron, Kill or Cherry for these ice white versions, while the black model have the barebone version where there is no keycap or switch included. It is cheaper also. Now here is a sound test of my modded GMMK keyboard. So far, I can recommend you this keyboard. If you don't want to commit to one switch or you like to change switches frequently, then this keyboard is for you. But as you can hear from the previous sound test, a lot of sound bunching when you press the key because of the absence of dampening foam between the plate and the PCB. So don't expect too much. Especially their software doesn't do anything much. But with a price point around $100, I can say that this keyboard will satisfy you and your enthusiast needs for the first time if you want to enter this keyboard world. Well, that's my review of the GMMK TKL, and see you next time.